Tatsuya's Midnight Blues. Tokyo swallows dreams with the appetite of a nocturnal predator. Tatsuya walks among the canyons of steel, a modern bachelor in a symphony of solitude. The skyscraper lights seem to burn in his gaze, but he observes them like a blind man observes the sun, feeling the warmth without ever touching it. Jazz music slithers through the streets like a sweet poison, and he is the only survivor in this labyrinth of dissonant notes. People run, always running, but Tatsuya finds his peace in the slow pace, in the night's breath intertwining with the smoke of his cigarette. He returns to the ancient cage of metal and glass he calls home, a golden prison suspended among Tokyo's clouds. The sound of women's heels resonates in the corridor, a bitter melody accompanying his nightly ritual. From the window, he watches the city devour lost souls. Dim lights, he whispers, while Coltrane's sax in his mind seems to respond with a melancholic solo. He lights a lucky strike. The smoke wraps around his face like an aura of cynicism, and his mind gets lost in the notes of an old Billie Holiday vinyl. Seated at the desk, the typewriter awaits, a silent companion familiar with the secrets of his solitary nights. His fingers, worn by life and passion, move with the precision of a fallen surgeon. He writes of fleeting loves, of passions buried beneath the city's concrete and dust. Words are his blades, and every sentence is a deep cut into Tokyo's soul. Billie Holiday continues to play, a cruel background for the stories taking shape. Loves burning like cigarettes, hopes rotting like waste in the streets. The city is a disillusioned lover, and Tatsuya is the poet singing her epitaph. As the skyscraper lights fade, he keeps writing, a decadent dandy in Tokyo's absurd theater. The city that never sleeps, perhaps only because it's afraid to dream. Tatsuya slammed shut the old typewriter with a dull thud. He approached the window and looked outside, where the city devoured lost souls. The dim morning lights began to filter through the smoke of his lucky strike, an ambiguous dance between light and dark, just like his stories. Tokyo, his disillusioned lover, woke up with an empty promise. Tatsuya poured the last glass of red wine, a liquid fire burning down his throat like the uncomfortable and scorching truth of every word he had written. He sipped slowly, savoring the bitterness that reminded him of the taste of every shattered illusion. Another chapter in the symphony of urban chaos, he muttered, his voice hoarse like his thoughts. He slumped into the worn-out armchair, where he had spent nights writing stories of losers desperately seeking love. Coltrane's sax still played in his mind. Tatsuya extinguished the cigarette in the overflowing ashtray, letting the smoke envelop his face. The room seemed to dance with the ghosts of the stories he had written. "Farewell, city that never sleeps," he whispered. He lay down on the crumpled bed, the sheet welcoming his weary flesh, and closed his eyes. As the morning light filtered through the tattered curtains, Tatsuya sank into sleep, surrendering to the red wine of the streets and the sweet poison of his stories. One word at a time, one cigarette at a time, Tokyo swallowed dreams, and he, Tatsuya, was just another dreamer lost in its endless streets.